Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna pull up the game, but give me a second. I'm kind of ordering something. uh, co- Stream kind of started up, catching me in the middle of something. So give me 1 second. Nope, send to here. This address. Change payment method. Um, you know what? We'll use that. Why not? Use this method. Okay. Wow. Okay, I get all three. Okay, yeah, by Friday. Place order. Okay. Let me just grab this. So there was something else I got today in the mail that I am just getting. I'll admit it, it's a camo Snuggie. I'll admit I'll play with it on. I don't care. But how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. I need to move that over. Hold on. Still getting everything set up. Sorry about this, everyone. Is going to take me a second. And yeah, I know I still have the music up. That is part of the I needed to get stuff ready. I haven't been able to, or well, I did. Now I have it muted, but I still have it up on my side, so I need to mute that or turn it off. Uh, okay, got that turned off. That. Sorry, was getting some things fully geared up. One of the things being that Discotech today decided to tell that they let the pre-orders open for Digimon the Movies Collection 2, aka movies 4, 5, and 6. So I was pre-ordering that. I'll admit it. Okay, so give me 1 second. While I alt tab back over to the game. Okay, so controller. I don't know why you keep doing that. Okay, so we were working on the field guide last time. Let me make sure. Yep, game's working just fine. Alright, so was working on the field guide. So, where is my book? Because I've been using that to remember numbers as opposed to actually trying to remember them. Okay. Let's see. I still wasn't able to get all the items for. I'm hoping all of my items in my inside of what I've got transfers over. Because I would love to get some of the items. Let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go. There was the list of the Digimon I want before I do a Mega Plus playthrough, but also I was working up the field guide. So, Pandamon was one of the ones I was looking towards. Did I have a Digimon in mind for Pandamon? I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, so... Wait, I already have Titamon? Do I? Oh, there's Titamon. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my list and I'm like, do I? Okay, so Pandamon. We need to look at the champions and who's missing what in the champion sector. That'll tell me who can digivolve into Pandamon. Alright, I haven't seen him yet. Okay, Deputymon. Okay, so Deputymon's a good one. So let's do, as a just in case, we'll remind ourselves that Deputymon can be gotten from a few other Digimon. So Pandamon. Okay, so that's just me going off of the first thing I found. There's probably some other Digimon that can go into him, but I'm not sure what else goes into him. Let's see if I can find anything else as a just in case. Oh, we also need Ogremon to go into Digitamamon. Ogremon. Digitamamon. Or Octomon. Let's just put an Octomon there. If it's Octomon, we'll do it that way. I have all champions, so I should be able to... Okay, Tuskmon is also a viable Digimon for that. That tells me some good options for that one. But the problem is, I'm not seeing Pandam... Okay, there we go. Black Gatomon. I think I have one of those available for scan. I'm not sure. We hit the armors. Oh, I think I'm about to hit the ult. Yep. Oh, and we might as well just put it down. Aegiacusmon. We need a new one of that. So we need a new Elecmon. Because Aegiacusmon goes into Jupitermon. So we do need a new Elecmon as well. Okay. So that gives us a few Digimon to look for. Okay, so convert. Let's see what we've got. I think... Okay, so if we've got Goblymon, we've got Ogremon. That's... Yeah, Goblymon's right here. That's Ogremon in a nutshell. So that's... We'll do Goblymon to Ogremon to Digitamamon. That's not an issue. Deputymon or Black Gatomon. I think I saw Kotemon can go into Deputymon. So we'll do Kotemon into Deputymon. And then... keeping an Elecmon is the pain in the rear. Okay, so it came from a Sunomon. Sunomon comes. Oh man, Sunomon is one of those ones that we get so much. Sunomon comes from Punimon. What else does Elecmon digivolve into? Kuwagamon and Gekomon. Okay. Let's see if there's a Kuwagamon or Gekomon in there, because we fought a lot of those. Kuwagamon. Alright. D-Digivolve. Kuwagamon. Back down to Elecmon. Elecmon up to Aegiomon. Right, I gotta let him get his stats up. Okay, so Kotemon into Deputymon. Deputymon to Pandamon. That is a 860 defense and a 900 SPI. The reason I'm not mentioning, or well, actually, let's go to this so we can go ahead and just write down Aegiomon to Aegiacusmon is because I'm not going to be leaving this area probably that much. 1100 attack, 1090 speed. That gets us that, and then Goblymon into... Oh wow, we could go into Tuskmon or Ogremon either way, but we'll go into Ogremon. Ogremon into Digitamamon takes 1100 defense, and then 870 SPI. Alright. Come on, game. Alright, there we go. Alright. Digifarm. Okay, so that's based off of just time. Okay. Okay, interact. We'll start with Aegiomon. Aegiomon needs attack and speed. I know I could just be doing the easy way with well, that's the attack needed. I know I could just do the stuff with the... Oh, that's the speed needed. What is it? The personalities. But the personalities kind of are annoying. And I'm not sure if the personality goes the whole way from Aegiomon to Aegiacusmon to... And I'll say it, Jupitermon Wrath mode. Deputymon. Alright, we need 860 defense. And people are right, you don't need the DLC stuff to get far in the game. The thing is, I bought the DLC stuff because the minute I looked at the game, I went, I'm going to buy them. I bought all of the DLC. I will not be ashamed to say that I did. Alright, there's Deputymon. Now, Ogremon needs defense. I'll never be ashamed to say that I did that. Okay, his defense still needs to go up. Good lord, he is not that defense oriented, is he? Oh, now he is. And now he needs SPI. I'm not sure if I already had the SPI or not. Wasn't. Now he does. Guaranteed he does. Oh, take that back. Okay, hold on. Let's also take back Kabuterimon. I'm not sure what Kabuterimon... Okay. Let's see. Digivolve? Where's that Kabuterimon at? Is he ready for Chimera? Okay. I've been meaning to get Chimeramon, so Kabuterimon into Chimeramon. Because I also don't have the... No, so he needs 1350 attack. Okay. That's fine. Okay, look for the Digimons without the lock. Aegiomon, Aegiacusmon. Alright, Aegiacusmon. Straight into... Okay. Well, there is Jupitermon. However, I'm not quite done. Because he needs to go into Wrath mode. So unfortunately, I'm not done with him yet. But that is a bit easier. So Jupitermon into Wrath mode is 4020 HP and 3200 attack. Okay. Oh yeah, I should also have him locked. No, Ko stays locked forever. I don't know why that one tried to unlock. Okay, Deputymon, Pandamon. Alright, there's Pandamon. Do I have Marukimon? I haven't marked him off my list, so I guess I could pull Pandamon into Marukimon. Okay. Well, easy way. I remember I was working through a lot of them towards the end, so he would be towards the end here. But he could also be earlier in the list too, so let's look. No. Okay, so that Pandamon's gonna become Marukimon. Let's go ahead and write down Pandamon Marukimon. Pandamon to Marukimon. I did not think I was going to be doing this one. Okay, so that's a 2100 in speed. Okay. Alright, and then Ogremon, Digitamamon. Oh, Bacchus! Ooh, Bacchusmon. Okay. I did not expect that one. Digitamamon. Into Bacchusmon. I do see that that could have went into Titamon, and a lot of people I do believe say that it should be Goblimon. What is it? Goblimon, Shamamon, or Goblimon, Ogremon, Digitamamon, Titamon. I still say we need Rebellymon in there, so Rebellymon should have been in this game. But you know, that's just me. Okay, so HP 2880, attack 1790, and an int of 1510. That is actually, wow, that is really rough on the Digimon there. Okay. But yeah, that'll make it to where we can get Sarasmon and Bacchusmon reunited. Alright, Digifarm. Well, that's... Good lord. Jupitermon. Calm. Alright, Alright, so Kabuterimon is set. Digitamamon is... Okay, Digitamamon is the one that takes the most, so I'm gonna... Okay, Pandamon takes the least, so we're gonna just... It's 2100 speed. I mean, it takes the most when it comes to how much we're gonna have to pump into it, but it takes more pumping in for this one stat. But Jupitermon to Wrath mode takes multiple stats, and so does Digitamamon to Bacchusmon. So there's Pandamon to Marukimon. Now we'll work up Jupitermons. Okay. Okay, so that's above the 40-20 he needed. Now we just need the attack stat. Still needs more in the attack stat. I do love the look of Jupitermon. Like, normal Jupitermon looks great. Don't get me wrong. But I do want Wrath mode just because. Just because. To me, some of the mode changes look better. Jupitermon looks good in both. I don't understand it. Junomon looks great in both, but I want to make sure I have Hysteric mode. So, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, training. You need HP first. Because you need 2880 in... Oh, well, that was 1. Alright, then attack. Needs 1790 in attack. Well, that's 2. And now the int, which is 1510. Which, considering Bacchusmon is a drunk, I'm surprised that he's got much intelligence left. Alright, Digivolutions. Alright, Kabuterimon first. Chimeramon. Yay, now we can have Chimeramon Oh. Yeah, we're having him Digifuse with Machinedramon while in battle. Because I'm... And there is Jupitermon Wrath. Yeah, so we can now... Jupitermon Wrath mode. Okay, he's marked off. Bacchusmon. Oh, and they make it a mode change. I don't know why Wrath mode's not a mode change. That is an easy like switch like this one. But here is Bacchusmon. I think they call it like Desu mode or something. Pandemon, Marukimon. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Oh shoot, I forgot to. Okay. Marukimon. So there's Marukimon. So of the Olympus, of course, I have my Dianamon, my Apollomon, my Grace Novamon, Volcanusmon, Ceresmon, which we are setting it to medium. Bacchusmon set in the Desu mode. Jupitermon Wrath mode. Marukimon. Who else do we already have? Zombie Plutomon. Yeah, we've had Zombie Plutomon for a little bit now. So we still got to get Mervamon, Venusmon. Oh yeah, we already have Marsmon. I forgot about Marsmon down here somewhere. Oh, and there's Neptunemon. And we have Titamon as well. Yeah, there's Marsmon. So, Junomon, Hysteric, and Venus... The three ladies. Junomon... 3 other ladies besides Ceresmon. Junomon, Hysteric, Venusmon, and Mervamon. Of course, those are the ones we're missing for the... Of course. We're also going to check what other stuff in the field guide we're missing, because, yeah. There's got to be more than that. Ooh. We are... Wait, I already flipped past all the ultimates. Hold on. Gotta go back to the ultimate. Okay, I keep flipping past the ultimates really quickly. Okay. We might already have all the ultimates now. Okay, let me look. Yeah, we get to Megas before we see something we're missing. So, we're guaranteed that we have everything from that. Okay. Okay, so that... I do still need to get an... Okay. one thing, I do need to get another Chronomon Holy Mode. So I do need to, one Digimon that I've already had before, I need to get again. Where's the little bird? I am not seeing him. Where is he? There he is. Okay, Yokomon or Pabumon. Okay. Let's go ahead and set that one up. Because I know I have a Pabumon. There he is. Alright, that Pabumon is going to be that. Now... we also need to get Lilithmon, which we've gotten before. So that's... so some of these we have gotten before, so we know the lines. But there's Lilithmon, Leviamon, Barbamon. For the Royal Knights, we need Lord Nightmon and Leopardmon. We need Magna Kidmon, Chronomon Holy Mode, then those, and then it's mainly just finishing out this. I will go ahead and set up the team real quick to do where is it? Where's Machine Dramon? There he is. To do the Chimera, the fusion. Chimeramon Machine Dramon fusion. Where did we set this to come out at? Because I usually set them to come out to certain spots. Oh, hey. I had forgotten. I was smart last time I did this. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can get one of these Penguinmon with a quick... they're not going to respawn until I get past, are they? How far down before they respawn? Jeez. And the worst part is I can't really see them that well when I get down here. There's no way that these ones right here don't respawn. It's supposed to be similar to the ones on the lower rungs where they respawn like continuously, aren't they? Okay, that is one thing. I wish these guys could be smaller. Okay. Something feels weird with this. Okay. Thanks, Machine Dramon. I was not expecting you to pick me up, but okay. I was actually expecting Apollomon to pick me up. Okay. We might just have to go in for fighting against the Metal Edamon, which is fine. I was really wanting to do it against normal Digimon, but oh well. My mouse got bumped. I'll hear. Hi, Mireille. Alright, I do need to work on the other outer dungeons at some point, but I think I'm going to wait until I have max stat Digimon to do some of them, because I know Time Attack Boss Battle 3 I never finished the special thing on. I think I didn't. I'm going to go through and go back and like double check all of those to make sure, make sure I got all of them. And that's why I'm not doing a Mega Plus playthrough for a little bit. Go ahead and get that. Alright. Time Unlimited! I'm sorry. Oh, I had that. Nope. We're gonna do that again. Fusion Millenniummon. Actually use it to where I can see the move. Thank you. Now we will end the Edamon. If you beat them while they're in pixel form, they... Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's get our team back. So he was down here towards the bottom. Okay. Digivolution, Pabumon, Yokomon, Hyokomon, Budaimon, Buraimon, not into Butenmon yet, okay. Well, let's see if I've got enough of the courage points that I could, you know, sweeten that one to happen faster. Where's that? Oh wow, Buraimon, Butenmon, okay. Butenmon, Chronomon, Holy Mode. That was going to happen quickly regardless of what I did, but I mean, that was oh, that was painfully quick. Okay, so well, while we're sitting here, first off, let's heal up Digimon. Alright, we're going to look... Okay, let me look over what Digimon I want that I already have had before. So, which ones are those? I should say. Okay, Lilithmon. We need a chain for Lilithmon here. Okay, looks like Lilithmon comes from, we'll say, Lady Devamon, because that's the chain I want to use. Who shows up from... Is it weird that okay, we'll use Black Automon for that one. And I'm pretty sure I don't actually have one of those on Convert, so we're going to go ahead and just go back one more. Either a Gazimon or Chumon. And if we have to go back one more than that, that's going to be very much an issue. Okay, go back to Lilithmon so the guide goes back down. Leviamon we've already had. Junomon, or Leviamon we haven't had, so we don't know. So Junomon. We're going to put Junomon over here. Junomon from, we'll do, because it's just easier, Lady Anjouamon. I was going to say Lady Devamon, but it's Anjouamon. Of course, from Gatomon. Yes, we're going to pull this up like we're making Mastamon. And we're just going to say Salamon on that one because it's just going to be easier. I mean, we'll also put Snow Goblimon as a just in case. But if we have a Chumon, it's going into the other one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay, so that's Junomon. We've not even got Minervamon before. Oh, we do want Magna Kidmon, so that's a thing. Okay, so Magna Kidmon. Honestly, I want that to come from Metal Mamamon. I don't know why. I do not know why, but I do. We'll say Blimpmon. And Blimpmon is Toyagumon and Hagurumon. Okay. Okay, so that helps with that. Okay. We already have the Plutomon. I think we have a Piedmon in the... do we have a Piedmon? Because if we have a Piedmon, okay, we've had Barbamon before, so we need. Wait, do we already have Barbamon, or do we already have Barbamon? I don't remember. That's the problem. I remember that we got Creepymon at one point, because there his creepy ass is. Okay, let me look for these ones. The 7 that there is. I know Belphemon or Beelzemon is in my party, so I'm not even gonna acknowledge him. Creepymon, there's Belphemon, so that's 2. I said I had Lucemon. There's Lucemon. That's actually the 4 I said I had. I've had Lilithmon before, and I've had... Okay, so it looks like no, I do not currently have Barbamon. So I'll have to re-get him. Let me go back to my field guide. Go back down here. Barbamon. Let me make a line for him. So, Barbamon. Alright, what do we got for you? Skull, yeah, Skull Satamon. Skull Satamon. We're gonna go from probably Fugamon or... Yeah, let's go from Fugamon. Fugamon makes it a bit easier to go from, because then I can go from Shamamon on that one, and I'm pretty sure, or Muchomon, and I'm pretty sure I have both of them data ready. So that's 4 so far. Oh shoot, I need to pull that back to Barbamon. Okay, so there's Barbamon. I am gonna need a Darktramon for one of the fusions. That and Boncho Leomon, but we'll work on that fusion here later. Chaosdramon. Through these. Okay, Leopardmon is there, so there's where Leopardmon and Leopardmon Leopard mode is. So I'm gonna ignore them. Unless that's Lord Nightmon, I don't know. No, there's Boncho Leomon. I'm gonna need one of that. I'm gonna need it, Valdermon, and Darktramon just so I can get the move, the Digimon off of those 3. That's annoying. Okay, have I re-upped? No, I said I have Kantara. I have Kantarasmon. I have Kantarasmon. Okay, and there's Venusmon, which we don't have. Okay, so weirdly enough, I don't know if I did the line that they kind of jokingly made in the game for Neptunemon, but I'm going to try a bit harder on Venusmons to make it right. So it goes from Shellmon. Is it Piximon? Okay, Shellmon into Piximon. Okay, so let's write down Venusmon. Okay, so let's go Piximon, Shellmon, and for the final one, that could literally be any of them. So Kamemon, Crabmon, and the final one, I always get its name mixed up because they switch it between Shakomon and Siakomon so much. Okay. So, let's go through our conversions. Okay, so Chumon. That is going to be the one that goes for Lilithmon. Alright. Let's see. Muchomon. We'll just use Muchomon for Barbamon. So I already saw it. And then I see Shamamon like a second later. Well, there's Divermon. If I wanted to fix the other one. Ooh. No. Okay, so I'm not seeing any of the others. That's an issue. Okay. I'm not seeing a Hagurumon or a Toyagumon. So I've probably used them already. But I think data. Well, wait. Does Choromon go up to? Choromon's in training. Let's use Datamon to help with the. Let me go de-digivolve it real quick. No, you're not going into Diaboromon. Should be able to get it down to Mechanorimon. Mechanorimon back down to Hagurumon. Okay, so that helps with that. So we're running the Hagurumon line there. Salamon or Snowgoblimon. Salamon comes from Niaromon. Where does Snowgoblimon come from? Oh boy. So a lot of the snow type Digimon stay together usually. The only one well, Meteormon's not a snow type. Snow-esque Digimon, I should say. Let's go looking. Yaromon, Salamon, Gatomon, Snowgoblimon, Dorimon. Okay. I think I had Dorimon in my conversions. I do. Nice. Okay, so he's gonna have to go up into Snowgoblimon. Okay. And then Kamemon, Crabmon, or Siakomon. Or if we can go higher, I would prefer to go higher. Geckomon is usually from Otamamon, but I think it can go into Siakomon. See, the problem is I'm not sure. Water-based the water basis, like certain ones stay around each other. So let's use Geckomon maybe for that one. Alright, where's that Geckomon? First off, Dorimon into Snowgoblimon. Okay, that helps me. Where is that? There's that Geckomon. Well, that Geckomon can go into those. Okay, that does not help me. That really doesn't help me because I already have a Neptunemon, and well, yes, I could fix this instead of having it come from Sharkmon. The Sharkmon one was kind of funnier. That's annoying. I also don't think I have a Piedmon now that I'm looking at it. Okay, let's try Otamamon. Otamamon into Seadramon. Seadramon into Betamon. Oh yeah, we're gonna be finagling this until we can find it. Coelamon. Crabmon. That was some Digivolution shenanigans to do that. Alright, so let's look at these Digimon, these 5 that I'm working up simultaneously. Crabmon needs to go into Shellmon. Alright, Shellmon cannot go up further, so this stage is clear. This stage needs 980 int and 930 SPI. Okay, there's those two. Or there's that one. Muchomon. Muchomon has to go into Fugamon. Fugamon now needs to go into Skullsatamon, which this step needs 870 int and a 960 SPI. Okay. And just to make sure that you all are aware, Twitch side, there are various commands you can use. I'm just going to go ahead and use one. So, like, this is for my throne. You do not have to go on there. I'm just using it to show that there are commands. Snow Goblimon. Where do you need to go into? Gatomon. And then Gatomon needs to go into Anjouamon, which you need a 910 SPI for. Okay, that's fine. Fugamon. Chumon. Chumon needs to go into Black Gatomon, which already needs... Wow. Already an issue. 530 SPI. Thanks. Gurumon. Blimpmon. Blimpmon into Metal Mamamon is an 820 attack. And a 630 int. And yes, I am maximizing what Digimon I want versus also grabbing stuff that is... I am trying to grab a lot of the stuff that I want, but also stuff that I need for the field guide. First off, put Chimeramon back where that Kabuterimon had been. There we go. Oh yeah, the Nightmon was something I was going towards, like, Lord Nightmon with. I didn't even think about that. Huh, I should probably check him here shortly. Yeah, we'll take him out. Go ahead and take him out. I don't remember where he was at. Because I should put a random Digimon in its place, like X-Tyrannomon. Where did I have him? Let's see. He's in the woods. He's in the desert. The volcano has that. It's probably this metal area over here because I probably had it running like this. There we go. Okay, so Chumon first. Chumon into Black Gatomon needed SPI training. Oh, yeah, that was easy. Fugamon. Int. Which may take a bit because the Ogremon and them are meant to be, you know, dumb. So 2 of those to get his int up, and then he needs 960 SPI. And I understand it's kind of a thing, Fugamon, Hyogamon, and all that being stupid. Okay, so next is Blimpmon. That is over here. He needs attack. Okay, 2 training sessions of attack. So that should make an 820. Yep. And then int up to 630. Okay, that's the int. Gatomon SPI training. Needs a 9-10. Okay. Good there. Shellmon. Oh, well, needed the SPI training anyways. So I was actually going for the int first, but which actually it needs one more int training. Oh. Okay. And then X-Tyrannomon I was leaving here anyway, so I left these two on both grass plains. Yeah. Alright, Digivolutions. Alright. Nightmon. You still can't go into either of these. Wow, okay. I don't know what this one is, but I'm going to need to know, so I guess I'm going to do Nightmon into question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, you know what? Well, let's put him into Zombamon real quick. Bring him back down to Nightmon. But yeah, Nightmon into question marks. Watch it be something I actually want. 2130 int 1890 speed. And then also Nightmon into Lord Nightmon, which we have never fought, so that's interesting. Is a 2020 SPI. Yeah, I could have fought them, but waiting. Okay. Okay, Gatomon, go to Angelmon. Angelmon. Oh, straight into Junomon. Perfect. I just wanted to remind myself that I can go into hysteric mode easily. I'm going to leave it as Junomon. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as Junomon. But I just wanted to make sure I remembered that I could. Okay, Shellmon into Piximon. Okay, Piximon into Venusmon is a 2040 SPI. Okay. I did not mean to switch over to Nightmon. Okay. Limpmon, Metal Mamimon. Metal Mamimon into Magna Kid is a 1940 attack. Alright, Fugamon into Skullsatamon. To go into Barbamon, we need a 2290 int. And then Chumon, Black Gatomon. Black Gatomon into Lady Devamon is a 830 speed. Well, let's go ahead. Go into Skullbalukimon real quick, because we have a Skullbalukimon, so I wanted to see. Okay. So... Alright. Alright. Next couple that I need to hit protect on that one. Alright, so... Nightmon. I love that I'm still working up 5 of them. It's just... because Junomons went so quickly. That it's a different 5 that I'm working up. Okay, Nightmon into this weird one. Alright, speed. So it needs an 1890 speed. Okay, once it gets the 1890 in speed, we'll work on the int for it. I know there's other ones that have less that they need, but I mean... Okay, one more training in the classroom, and it should have the int that it needs. Okay. That's the 2130 to go into whatever that mystery Digimon was. Black Gatomon needed speed, so treadmill. Skull Sadamon needed intelligence, and a lot of it. I'm not sure how much it actually needed. Oh, okay. A lot less than I was thinking. One more training. I was actually thinking it was going to need, like, a crud ton, because it came from Fugamon. But it might be the base stat. So, similar to Pokemon, there's probably a base stat it's running off of. Metal Mamamon needs attack. That I just kind of forgot to actually look at. He needs a 1940 attack, so 3 sets of the punching bag should be good. Yep. Okay. And then Piximon needs a whopping 2040 in SPI to go into Venusmon. Like I said, I could make this go a lot easier. I completely overshot that by a good bit. I could have made that easier by just having them do certain things, but it's fine. Alright, what's this Digimon? Nightmon, why'd you have to do that to me? I Well, hi Leopardmon. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. Alright, Venusmon. I just have one more. Okay, so that's Venusmon. Metal Mamamon into Magna Kidmon. So I only have one Olympus left, which is Mervamon, which means we need to get to Minervamon. Which is not the worst thing. Okay, there's Barbamon. Okay, Black Gatomon, Lady Devamon. And of course going into Lilithmon is gonna take more stats. 2180 int and an 1860 speed. Good lord. Okay, so we need another Nightmon. Oh, we need another Nightmon. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so we need another Nightmon. Oh man, I'm running out of converts. Alright, go to my field guide. Where's Leopardmon? Because we're just gonna go back from him into Nightmon. Okay, Clockmon, Dynahumon, and Zubagermon. Do I have a Dynahumon? Maybe it might. That might be. The problem is it might be. Okay, Clockmon, Hagurumon, Kakuamon. Oh, good lord. Zuba Eagermon. Gizamon! Gizamon! Okay. Zubagermon. Okay, so we'll do Zubagermon and from Gizamon. Okay, so that's how we'll get Lord Nightmon. Let's go ahead and just convert over that Gizamon we have. He's been sitting, so that's one. We're still working up 2 Digimon because we're working up Lilithmon. We need to work up another one though. Leviamon or Mervamon. And then we start working on just random Digimon that we're missing from the field guide. Okay, so the problem is Minervamon and Leviamon we don't have. We've never had them, so we're kind of sitting here going, all right, where do we start? I'm not starting from a Sylphimon. You can okay, Waru Seadramon. Okay, I can Leviamon, Waru Seadramon. I can do that. Hold on. Let me get a new yeah, I'm gonna well, no, I could do it right here. So Leviamon from Waru Seadramon. That actually makes sense to me because Waru Seadramon was a villain in was one of the bosses in Digimon World Dawn. Alright, Coelamon. Ooh, Seadramon. I do believe I have a Seadramon in my... I think I still have a Seadramon in my convert. Let's actually check that real quick. Yes, I do. Okay, so there's the Seadramon for that. The Gizamon is for that. And then... Right, I was also... I'm glad that I did that because that makes me be able to go back down here to the ultimates and start looking for another way to get into Minervamon that's not a fusion. Skull Seadramon also would work. Cherrymon into Grand Kowagamon would be nice. Ignore Grand Kowagamon right now. Minerva. You know what? We'll do it. Because we don't know how this Minervamon was formed. So we're going to do... we'll write Mervamon later, because I know I'm going to go into it, but... Orochimon... Do we still have Deltamon? Do we still have Deltamon, or did I digivolve him into something else? I might have left him as Skullbalukimon. Oh, Dracomon. Okay, so Deltamon from Dracomon, because I do believe we have Dracomon sitting over there. Okay, so I do believe we have a Dracomon sitting. Yes, we do. So cool. We'll use it. Alright, Digivolutions. Let's set them up. Okay, so one of them is not here at the top, which is the Lady Devamon into Lilithmon. Okay. Seadramon cannot go into Waru Seadramon. Just ooh, wait. I said Waru Seadramon, but you know what? You know what? Skull Seadramon works just fine. Oh my god, and it already works. Never mind. Oh, there's Leviamon. That was easy. That was way too easy. Okay. Dracomon. Deltamon. Orochimon. Okay, so we're just gonna mark off those two. And Orochimon. Okay, 1940 attack to go into Minervamon. Okay. And that Gizamon needs to go into Zubagermon. Zubagermon needs to go into Nightmon, which this stage here, this to here needs a 10 40 defense, and a 950 SPI. Okay. So we're working up 3 Digimon at once. Went from working up mostly 5s to working up only 3 because this stupid thing. Which is fine. Alright, so let's go for someone that only has 1, which is Orochimon, needing attack stat. Which he got in 1 hit. Well, it's going to be a she now, so... Okay, Zubagermon, you need defense of a 1040. Okay. That's the 1040 defense. 950 SPI. That should be the SPI needed to go into Nightmon. Lilithmon. Int. 2180. Perfect. Speed 1860. Alright, let's go. Orochimon, Minervamon. Alright, so there's Minervamon. Now Minervamon into Mervamon, which I had not wrote down yet, so that's fine. Okay, 3470 attack. Good lord. And a 2960 speed. I mean, they're not too far off on the attack and speed, so that's fine. I love that I still have just Mummymon sitting here. Lilithmon, so that's Lilithmon marked off. And that is all of the 7 deadly Digis, as I call them. The Sin Digimon. Okay, Nightmon. Nightmon. Oh, this Nightmon can go straight into Lord Nightmon. I love it. Thank you. Lord Nightmon off the list. The list is almost done. Once we get Mervamon, we have every Digimon that I wanted to get for the base game, for the most part. Now, the main things after that are going to be just filling out the field guide. So, one thing, do we have a Piedmon? Hold on, let me save game because this is, yeah. Do we have a Piedmon? Because the Piedmon that I got before I might have de-digivolved him, so that is an issue. Alright, let me look in the farm. Who's in the farm? Alright, interact with Digimon in the farm. I don't know which one of these could actually digivolve into, because we need Piedmon for something. Something very specific, I will add. Skull State. Okay, so we need to get another Piedmon to get this last Digimon. So that's kind of annoying, but okay. We'll go through Phantomon for this one. Piedmon. Phantomon. Oh, it probably is in Belphamon, that's why. Oh, crud. Oh. Okay, I just heard Digimon talk in a stream I have up in the side. Sorry, arguing Digimon in another stream. Okay. Sorry about that. Back to what I was doing. Phantomon. We'll use Bakemon. And then, in case I don't have Bakemon, we'll do Tapermon. Oh, we have a Bakemon. Perfect. So we will skip straight to Bakemon. And that'll help us get a Piedmon again. Sorry. Alright. Move Digimon. Alright, so Bakemon into Phantomon I did not check. Don't know why I even moved it in there. We're just gonna go ahead and work up Mervamon. Be the only one we work up on this one. Because I was not paying attention. So how is everyone doing today? What is it? Yeah, today's Tuesday, the 28th. We're getting closer and closer to the last day of the month and my birthday, so... Closer and closer. Okay, so... Okay, so got up through Piedmon. Wow, that was not intending to go all the way up, but here's Apocalypse! And here is the lovely that everyone wanted in the game when they saw Minervamon. Mervamon, honestly, no one expected her to be in. Like, we expected Minerva. I will say it now. No one expected Mervamon. They did not expect Mervamon because Mervamon they did not expect because she is from Fusions. Digimon Fusions / Digimon Cross Worlds. Or Digimon Cross... Not Cross Worlds. Cross... Digimon Cross... Cross Wars. Cross Wars. Cross Wars. Digimon Cross Wars is not that well received in the Digimon game space for some reason. As shown by the fact the main Digimon that we get is Shoutmon and Omni Shoutmon. Or Omega Shoutmon, not Omni Shoutmon, Omega Shoutmon. We don't get Omni Shoutmons. We haven't gotten the Greymon from that in a while. I think since their own Digimon story game, we haven't seen most of their stuff. I think the only other thing we got was Digimon World Next Order had Gumdramon and what was it? Gumdramon and Arrestradramon, which was because Cross Wars was a weird series or it was a weird season where it had, at one point, it switched protagonists. I think it was like season 3, it switched protagonists to a new kid that had a Gumdramon, and it evolved into an Arrestradramon. So it's kind of weird. But with Mervamon, that gets us all of the Digimon I want. Now it's time to get all of the Digimon I need to finalize out the field guide. Yeah. But yeah, Mervamon is from Digimon, is from Digimon Cross Wars, so a lot of people were not expecting her to actually show up in the game. That's why whenever, before the game came out, people kept going, come on, show us Mervamon, show us Mervamon. Also, Bandai, beautiful idea to not show this Digimon off until the last second. Also, love that this is the OG design from before they censored, because if I remember, there's a censorship where they cover, even though she's wearing shorts, they cover the rear a bit more. So, okay, so we are missing certain megas to finish this out. We have one Digimon that's discovered but not registered, and then beyond that, we're just missing a couple megas. So, let's start working on them. All right. Let's see. Who's I think it's Grand Kuwagamon is the one that is discovered. Grand Kuwagamon. Now, Grand Kuwagamon is one of those weird ones. I think I have an Okuamon or a Kuwagamon that I was building towards it, but I never... No, I think I switched that one to be... I think I switched that one into going into Titan Kabuterimon. Or Tyrant Kabuterimon because of... Let me look at Tyrant Kabuterimon's... Where's Tyrant in here? There's Tyrant. I can't tell because I had him go through Arukenimon. So that might not be the Okuamon I had. I don't even see an Okuamon in here, so he had to have Digivolved at some point into something else. Or he's in the Digifarm. But I do want him to come from an Okuamon. Not like a Cherrymon or anything. So we're going to have to get a new one of him. Alright, so let's look at our field guide. So like I said, we're going to need an Okuamon, which comes from a Kuwagamon. And I'm not sure, as a just in case, what Kuwagamon comes from, so that's... Let's look for Kuwagamon real quick. There's Kuwagamon. Kuwagamon, where do you come from? Let's go for just Tentomon, because I know I can get Tentomon some way. Some way, somehow. Alright, now for the megas we're missing. We're missing 432 and 433. So, numbers 430... Okay, so I'm assuming that's the only two I'm missing, 432 and 433. Because it would say, if there was more Digimon registered, it would tell me. So I'm assuming that's the ones I'm missing. So now I just need to go back to the Ultimates again. Oh, no. I know which ones these are. I already know what that is. That's Chaosmon and Chaosmon Valder mode. So first off, to make these, I need 3 Digimon. I need a Bancho Leomon. I need a Bancho Leomon, which I'm going to have it come from a Grap Leomon, from a Leomon, which could come from literally any of these. I think I have a Lopmon in the conversions. Oh, there's a Tentomon, so got the Tentomon. There's the Lopmon, which we'll use for the Leomon conversion. Alright, now from there, we need to go grab the other two, because they're in the field guide already. Alright, the other two are Darkdramon, which I want to come from Tankdramon, which I'm going to have come from Tankmon. Yes, I'm going very military themed. In case I don't have a Tankmon, this is going to be a very tough one. Hagurumon, Zubamon, Toyagamon. Okay, and then the other Digimon I need is Valdermon, the bird here, or Varaduramon. So Varodurumon, which I want to come from. Oh, I think I already have a Daramon. Oh, I think I have that one easy. Whew. Okay. Daramon. Easy. Easy. Okay, so let's see about this other one. Tankmon, Tankdramon, all of that. We're running low on Digimon. Ow. I just stabbed myself in the head a little bit. Okay. We're going to use Choromon for this. Okay, so Digivolve. Daramon. No. Unfortunately, that is not what I need. Okay, 1750 SPI. 1640 speed. Alright, so there's that. Tentomon. Tentomon was going to go into a Kawagamon, so apparently he needs a 550 attack first. Just to go into that. Lopmon was going into Leomon. So that stage is done. Leomon into Grap Leomon needs a 940 attack. Choromon into Kapurimon. Kapurimon into Hagurumon, so we'll be using the Hagurumon line. Hagurumon into Tankmon, so that's good there. Tankmon into Tankdramon, well, that's easy. Tankdramon into Darkdramon, 2220 attack. Alright. So, we have these set. Let's hit it. Alright, let's start with Tankdramon. 2220 attack. Daramon. It's fun that Daramon like Darkdramon and Varaduramon are the easiest two, and they don't even fuse. We need the Bancho Leomon before anything. Okay, 1640 speed has been acquired. Now it's just the SPI. I need a 1750 SPI. I did not mean to use that again. There's the training it needed. Alright, now, Leomon, train your attack with the punching bag. Train your fist to the Beast King. Alright, your fist to the Beast King has become too powerful. You become too powerful in the way of the Beast King. Alright, Digivolutions. Daramon, Varduramon. Done. I will check. That Varduramon I just got. Okay, it's not gonna have the thing to actually Digivolve, so that's a thing. Darkdramon. Same with the Darkdramon. Good. So I don't have to worry about that. Alright, Grapleomon into Boncholeo. 2290 attack. I also see Leopardmon there now, and I'm like, Okay, Kuwagamon. Okay, Okuamon is a 1770 attack and a 1020 defense. Alright, so now, Grapleomon, train up your... What's your move? King of Fists! I actually didn't get to see its attack, so what's your attack now? Oh, you still need one more training. Good. Okay, he's good. So that's Boncholeo, so I can get the other two Digimon now. And getting Grand Kuwagamon is basically now just the thing. Okay, so that's the training. That's the attack, so now we just need the defense. Alright, so that is that. Boncholeomon. Okuamon. Okuamon into Grand Kuwagamon is a 2290 defense. Before we work up that, I want to get the other two in there. So Grand Kuwagamon is the final one. So this is going to take a minute, because basically, I've got to set up like this. Start off with these two. Nope, I didn't want to go to the Digifarm yet. I'm not setting up Grand Kuwagamon yet.
There! Ready to launch. You betcha.
Boncho Blade.
Poncho Blade! You betcha!
Dark Prominence.
It's time! Dark Prominence!
All right, now he can just wreck.
It's time! Flashy Boss Punch!
What was that? Why? Why did you change Boncho Leomon to sound so bad? He sounded so bad. Oh, no. Why? Oh, that just...
Much appreciated.
Alright, let me take 9 seconds to heal. It's mostly Boncho here.
Everyone,
Alright, thanks Boncho.
there! Ready to launch. You betcha!
Alright, I don't know if Boncho Blade's gonna look different with this one, so...
Poncho Blade!
For the most part, no. Alright, just for that, Phoebus Blow. Aurora Blaster!
It's time! Aurora Blaster!
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a strong Digimon. Oh, you asshole.
Lion Slash! Here we go! Aurora Undulation!
Why did they make Boncho Leomon sound so bad? Like, he sounds just, It used to be like, they used to use the same voice actor for it that they used when I think they originally got Boncho Leomon in, Digimon Story, or not in Digimon Story, in Digimon Savers. And it was always like this real manly, like, Boncho! And it was like, why is it now like a weak and gravelly Boncho? It's like, no. And honestly, Chaosmon is a fusion, so it should be a fusion of the two voices, similar to Omnimon usually is, and it's not. So that kind of annoys me. And I know there's two different fusions, but you still do the fusion thing. I think you still do it even for Omnimon Zwart, so I don't see a reason why we wouldn't have it for this one. I think this is the only fusion Digimon that usually has its own unique thing. Also, I guarantee it sounds better in Digimon Store in Hacker's Memory. I don't know why, but I guarantee it does. Alright, so this is the last Digimon to Digivolve for the field guide. Hello, Gran Kawakamon. Now, if I remember, there's not an achievement for this, but I just wanted to. Because... yeah, I can. Oh, hey, that could actually be the free Digimon for up here. I could actually switch out Rio. Well, Rio's a really good Digimon. I could switch him out for Gran Kawakamon. Man, I would have to get Gran Kawakamon up to where he could hit 99. Imperial Ultramon Paladin mode's already like, he can't hit 99 right now, and it annoys me. Because the rest of my Digimon in the team can. Now, I will say not all the Digimon here can. Also, I will say, now that I've finished the guide, we can go through and see which ones are Ride Digimon and see how much. We can also see all their pixel models while we're doing this. So this makes sense. This makes sense. Makes sense. I think their entire line works still, except their rookies, which again makes sense. The bonds not be Apocalypse does not make sense, and the bonds don't make sense for not. Armageddon, Lucemon Shine Down, like Lucemon Shine Down. I think it's like Shine mode or something, or Sin mode. He does not make sense that his is not. I don't know why Mervamon doesn't, but okay. Belphamon Rage does. Beelzemon Blast Mode does. Why does Crimson Mode not? Can you not summon Granny? This is... Also, can you not ride alongside Titamon and Skullbalukimon? This is bullshit. Examon can pick you up, though. Okay. Susanomon can. Grace Novamon can't. Okay. Chaosmon Valderarm can. Chaosmon Normal can. Omnimon Zwart and Omnimon can. Imperial Dramon Paladin mode can't, though. That's... Again, can you not just ride alongside Craniumon on Enbarmon? That makes no sense. But yet Alphamon Oryukin can. Magnagarurumon detached. Some of these Digimon that can't make no sense to me. They really don't. Like, I'm curious what Diaboromon's ride looked like, because I didn't... Grand Kawagamon's probably sitting on his back, and... Hold on. Oh, why does this thing look like that? Like, Valkyremon makes sense, because he's more, like, human-sized. Vikemon makes sense. Fighter mode does not make sense that you cannot ride on fighter mode. Lord Nightmon can pick you up, though. People are still mad that you cannot ride Lilithmon. You can Digi-ride Leviamon, Rust Tyrannomon. As I thought was going to be the case, Junomon is a no. You can Digi-ride with Marukimon, though. I think they just made sure you couldn't Digi-ride with like a bunch of the female Digimon just so people couldn't make jokes. But people are still going to make the jokes. Millenniummons don't make sense, but okay. Okay, back to Kidmon. Buffamon Sleep Mode, okay. Well, we know Beelzemon. Beelstarmon could have... if they had designed a bike for her ahead of time, like they did with... like they had with Beelzemon, it could have worked. Malomyotismon, Breakdramon, which I see why. I mean, you could have had like the player inside the front scoop, I guess. Plutomon, again, does not make sense because there are certain... Platinum Numemon makes sense. Pukumon makes sense. Pharaohmon will just pick you up. Puppetmon's about the size of a human, so that makes sense. Barbamon. I still don't see why Bacchusmon can't. Bacchusmon can pick up... Again, Gallantmon, Granny. Creepymon can, though, which is... yeah, Tyrant Kabuterimon. Titamon himself can, and I bet you Skullbalukimon can, but the minute they fuse, they can't. Ugh. Zombie Plutomon can't. Okay, Zombamon literally has a spot for you right in front of him. Destroy mode, I'm surprised. Grand Dracmon, I'm not surprised again. King Edamon? What? Okay. Gundramon, yeah. Talismon, okay. Chaosdramon. Chaos Gallantmon. Okay, since Granny's not being used, I can understand it not getting its. Gaiomon, Ancient Wisemon. Venomiotismon, Ebemon, Avenge Kidmon, Lotusmon, Rosemon, Medieval Galamon, again, because Granny wasn't getting used, yeah. Metal Seedramon, which doesn't make sense. Makes sense. Some of these make sense, and then some of them don't for whether that you can Digi-Ride with them. Like, Pile Volcamon has volcanoes and spikes, and you're telling me you want to be near that thing? But yeah, we're just gonna go through a bunch of them real quick. Ground Locomon. I can imagine Ground Locomon, you are like... there's no way to put you inside though, similar to Submarimon or Mechanorimon. So you're probably on its back. Wait, Ultimate Brachiomon does not... That makes no sense to me. But Marsmon can't... there are so many Digimon that... Okay, Puff the Magic Dragon, why am I not allowed to... Why are you not an option? That's bullshit. And you can't say it's because of the wings, because your feet would get in the way of Phoenixmons too. And I'm pretty sure Hercules Kabuterimon as well. Neptune Mons is probably on his back. I just noticed Goldramon only has one special skill. There's a lot of Digimon with 2 special skills, but he has 1. I'm wondering how many Digimon only have 1. Well, once you get below, I'll say once you get below Mega, everything is only has 1. So, I should say, what other Megas have only 1? So let's see. 2, 2, 2, 2. Technically only 1, well, actually, technically 0, well, no, Venusmon is meant to be a healer type Digimon, so... I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's got 2 special skills. 2, 2, 2. Okay, Clavis Angemon only has 1. The Key. Did they not give him they should have gave him another special skill. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then he's only got God Flame. 2, 2... 1, okay. That's surprising. Skull Mammothmon is such an old Digimon. 2... And that's why I say Clavis Angemon should have got 2. Because Slash Angemon has 2. 2, 3... 2, 2, 2, 2... 1. Okay, High Andromon only has 1. Okay. 2, 1. Hercules Kabuterimon only has 1 move. 1 special skill. Giga Blast. That. Phoenixmon only has... Magnadramon only has 1. What the... Okay, 3. 1. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. What? Why does Grand Locomon only have one? That's blasphemous. Griffinmon, okay. Sarismon, but that one also lets it switch into medium, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's one of them has one, and one might have one, and the other has two, so that's a thing. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, but it's a 1 and it's a, if we look at it, I guarantee it's a, yep, a 1 and 2 situation, similar to anything else that has a mode change. One of them's going to switch. Some of them have a 2 and 1, like a base form has 1, secondary form has 2, or it's mostly the main form has 2, the secondary form has 1. 2, 2, 1. Okay. 1. Plesiomon's been around for a while. 1, 2, 2. What? Wow, only 1. 2, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 2, 1. Again, that's a antagonist of season 1 of Digimon. Wow, that's surprising. 2, 2, 2. What? Wow, Chaosdramon. He's old, but not that old, I thought. 2, 2, 1. Really, King Edamon, huh? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Weird that Tiger Vespamon only has 1 special. 2, 2, 1. Creepymon, huh? 2, 2, 1. I don't know why this mode only has 1. That feels weird. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Again, why does Lilithmon not have more? 2, 3, which is more like, again, a 2 and a 1. Because Positron Laser. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, which I feel like there should be a different move. I feel like there should be another move, but there should be a thing to allow him to go back and forth between the detached and non-detached forms. Actually, isn't there? Doesn't Machine Gun Destroyer yeah, it causes a mode change. Starlight Velocity doesn't, though. Like, there should be another move where it's like he re-ups himself on the detached form, and there should be one that makes it to where he doesn't lose his gear. 2, 1, 1. Again, some of these, like, the Omnimons each have 2, and so do the Chaosmons, and so does Grace Novamon. It's like, a bunch of these could have 2 moves. Granted, I don't know what I would give Titamon Skullbalukimon. I just know that it could have a second. Always hits 20% HP. All enemies. No wow. Probably still could have had a second move. Alrighty, so that is that. And with that, we've hit 2 hours. I know, good bit of that's just been going over the field guide and making sure what's in there. But with that being said, we are going to end stream there. Let me just do a quick save. And we are going to raid out. So, thank you everyone so much for coming out to the stream. Twitch side, don't go anywhere. We're going to raid out, like I said. We're going to raid to Miss Zombie Pandemic. Looks like she is playing Warframe, so let me just get us ready. No, I already said I was going to. It's like he's streaming, but no, we're not going to do that. Like I said, we're gonna raid into Miss Zombie. Alrighty, so thank you everyone so much for watching. I will be back again tomorrow. Either might do some more on this, maybe work on the outer dungeons, or we might play something else. I'm not sure yet. Until then, take it easy, everybody.